A lot of folks in here are at various points along this journey of implementing AI. What thoughts or advice would you share for folks that are earlier in the journey in terms of how they should design their orgs, how they should run their processes, how they should actually get AI live in production?
Well, it helps to have colleagues that love this stuff. I feel really glad. You know the team we have at Chime. They're very forward-looking, and I think embracing it was sort of a failing forward mindset because you don't know what you're going to learn as you get into it. I think looking back, some of the things that set us up for pretty successful and pretty quick implementations were, one, having our sort of, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, Jesse, but like our APIs in order. Like, is that the right? I'm sure that's not the technical term, but get your APIs set up right. I think for us that was the first thing. I think the second thing is being pretty structured about how you're going to approach evaluation. What metrics actually really matter? Which are the hero versus the secondary? How do you actually think about the business case you're trying to solve? So we actually had to do a little bit of that soul searching and say, oh, wait, hang on a second. At the end state, I want to save money and have better quality. But how do I want to think about it when I start, right? What's that first milestone? So having a really structured evaluation approach, I think, is quite important, and getting that internal alignment about what really matters, because you'll see something surprising in the data if your experience is like ours. And then I do think the third thing is finding the right way to start small. So we started on our chat channel, which was only 20% of our volume, and of that, you guys took a quarter. That's what we started with. And I think we QA'd 100% of those. We listened to, and we just iterated, day by day, but week by week until we sort of felt like we were cracking the nut. And starting with that smaller volume, I think, helped us learn faster so that when we were ready to do something like voice, which for us is, 1 million plus calls a month, which, by the way, we're not listening to 1 million calls a month, right? We sort of have the right infrastructure, guardrails, QA program, and so on, so that as we start to scale, we can do it with confidence. So that starting small piece turned out to be really, really helpful for us as well.